before this video begins, I would quickly like to say that I forgot that this was in shot, and just so you guys don't think I'm forging something, this is just a cool little thing that someone got me as a little congratulations for surpassing 4.5. So yeah, I didn't try and fake 1 million subs. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Nintendo video. Now, before everyone accuses me of ripping off Scott the Woz videos, let me tell you, you're 100% correct. I like seeing these kinds of retrospective videos, so I thought it would be fun to make one myself. Except we're not really doing a retro console, we're doing the Wii U. Because, now believe it or not, I actually have quite a lot to say about this little guy. So without further ado, let's get into it. During the early 2010s, the Wii started to decline in sales and quality of games. And we weren't getting very good quality games on the system those past 2 years. Now, the Wii had been going quite a long time compared to other Nintendo consoles, so they thought we should probably upgrade. They sure did. On the 18th of November 2012, Nintendo did the unthinkable and released this slab of a system. I guess they wanted to keep some of the original charm from the Wii, like the rectangular design, but they didn't want to have it standing upright like this because it was tall, it didn't easily fit on shelves. I don't know. I think the main reason they probably did this is because of the Wii's remake. I can't remember when that came out, but I can't be bothered to Google it. Bit of an interesting choice considering that thing sold terribly, and I do not know anyone that has ever owned one. But whatever, I guess they decided to go for a horizontal slab. But I'm actually okay with this design. I feel like it feels more sturdy and it doesn't feel like it's going to fall over. But yeah. Now, since this was basically a sequel to the Wii, you'd think they would probably go for a similar design on the Wii remotes. Just for reference, this is a Wii remote. Pretty standard stuff, I'm sure you've all seen one. This is the Wii U gamepad. Huh. Kinda weird, because the whole gimmick of this was that it's like a TV remote and it has motion controls and you can do all kinds of stuff with this. This is... what is it? I guess the only thing it almost does similar is that it can be a TV remote in the corner, and I have not met a single soul who has ever used that, but I'm not happy it's here. I've talked bad enough about this controller now. On the positives, it's actually pretty comfortable and it feels nice in your hands. It's really, really big and chunky, which makes it weird to come back to if you haven't used it for a while, but it does the job pretty well. Although saying that kind of did affect the games a little bit was the kind of shoved in second screen. A bit of a precursor to the Nintendo Switch handheld mode, if you ask me. But see, with this, they had a reason to put this little thing in here, to make it portable. This... why? It feels like any game that supported it, which was all games basically, felt kind of forced in and didn't really need it. The only game that really feel like wouldn't be the same without it is Super Mario Maker. You hear that, Super Mario Maker 2? Yeah, I've been dissed a lot about this, but I just prefer the controls of the original Super Mario Maker. And actually, on the topic of it, side rant, I can't help but feel like some of the original charm from Super Mario Maker was lost in Super Mario Maker 2. Just little things like being able to record your own messages and the different amiibo costumes. I just feel like all of the charm was missing. But anyway, that's irrelevant to the topic. Now, the Wii U's launch titles weren't amazing. I mean, I've seen worse, but they weren't incredible. The only launch titles for the Wii U that I actually own are Mario Kart 8 and New Super Mario Bros. U. Mario Kart 8 was a very good Wii U game, and honestly probably up there with some of the best. The main gimmick was anti-gravity, but it kind of feels like whenever you do go into anti-gravity, you don't really notice unless you're on walls or something, and it kind of feels like it wasn't utilised as well as it could have been. But overall, it's a pretty decent standard Mario Kart game. It has the biggest character roster, and not a good one at that, but still it's big. Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of Mario Kart 8's character roster. We have complete filler characters, like every single Koopaling having their own slot, even though skins do exist, so they could have all easily been skins for Bowser Jr., but no, they're all unique enough to get their own character slots. And Pink Gold Peach. Pink Gold Peach. Oh, can't forget Baby Rosalina, you know, the necessities. Anyway, I think I've talked enough about Mario Kart 8. New Super Mario Bros. U. It's a game. It's good. Nothing we hadn't seen before. Yeah, kind of a mediocre game, but not bad, but not a lot of effort put into it. Now, the game that I personally have bonded in with it, New Super Luigi U, entirely different story. New Super Luigi U is actually really good. It's basically take New Super Mario Bros. U and make it Luigi, so infinitely better. I'm just kidding, obviously. It is different, and in good ways. Basically, it's edited down levels to be slightly shorter, and also have a really strict time limit. It's definitely harder, but that makes it way more fun, trust me. I had a lot of fun with New Super Luigi U, and a bit of fun with New Super Mario Bros. U. And that was all the launch titles that I owned for the Wii U. I know, I'm a terrible Wii U parent. A game that came later that I absolutely love and think is fantastic is Super Mario 3D World. Now, this is a game that I got with my Wii U, and I absolutely loved it so much. It was seriously really, really good. And I still think it's a great time to this day. Maybe it was a bit less exciting than when I was 7, but you know what? Everything's less exciting than when I was 7. Anyway, so, now I've already talked about how much I like it on the Ranking Mario Games video, so I'm not going to say too much about it, but basically, yeah, very fun, very, well, I was going to say very unique, but then I remembered Super Mario 3D Land exists. The next notable game that I have that came out later in the Wii U's library is Mario Party 10. Damn it. This isn't very good. We've hit to a rough patch here. Mario Party 10 is a Mario, and it's a party. A+. Yeah, I already thought the carts in Mario Party 9 was a bit weird and shoved in. In Mario Party 10, it's even worse. Mario Party 10's gameplay mechanics are just weird. Really weird. There's a Bowser Party mode, which is, alright. It's different, but basically, whoever's playing as Bowser at the time has an automatic win because they're just OP as hell. And the Mario Party regular game is also weird and not very good, and I only played on like 3 times. So yeah, not very good. D+ for Mario Party 10, whatever. Not very memorable, but you know what? It could have been worse. It could have been Mario Party the top 100, so whatever. Next, we're talking about the Wii U game that I've put so many hours into. I reckon it's the Wii U game that I put the second most hours into, because I play it so much with friends. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Now, besides from having a god-awful name, this game is really good, and it's so much better than Brawl. Brawl was okay, you know, it was a Smash Bros. Game after all. Making Smash Bros. Games like making cereal, it's kind of hard to mess up. Brawl went for a really edgy tone, kind of like a modern Batman movie, which wasn't the worst. It just felt weird seeing Kirby and Pikachu in a game as Snake, but clearly that can work, because it did. They didn't with Brawl. I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to seeing a game where Mario looks so pissed off all the time. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U went down to Smash Bros. At its core, not taking itself too seriously, while still being a really cool time. Next up is a game that I was probably one of the most excited about getting when I first got it. Looking back on it, it's pretty good, I think it still holds up, but back then, this was absolutely amazing. What game, you might ask? Yoshi's Woolly World. Now this was not my favourite Wii U game at the time. That spot went to something that we'll be getting onto later. But I'd say it was my second favourite at the time, because I played this to death, and I absolutely loved it. Tried to 100% it, which I didn't, but I tried, okay, kids can't do everything. Yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World is a really great game. It's really easy if you just want to play through the game and do the main story, but surprisingly difficult and keeps you for a long time if you want to 100% it like I tried to. And it's also really fun to 100% because you keep unlocking different skins for Yoshi. It is packed full of content, and if you ask me, is better than Yoshi's Crafted World, the sequel. I know, I said it. I think a Wii U game is better than the Switch game. Come at me. Next up is the last Wii U game that I'm going to go in depth about, and I'm surprised I haven't talked about it because of the amount of hours I put into. This was, and still is, my favourite Wii U game. Super Mario Maker. Now, apart from having absolutely miserable box art in Europe, this game is absolutely incredible, and once again, has more content that you could ever ask for because, well, it's technically got infinite. I don't know how you can see how many hours you've put into a Wii U game. I guarantee you, if I go on and see how many hours I put into that game, they will be in the triple digits. Now, I've already talked about this, but I just have to reiterate it. And of course, I picked up the sequel, and obviously, it's a better game. But I still feel like it was just not as exciting and felt a little bit bare compared to the original. Now, of course, that makes no sense because, you know, it's got more content, it's got a story mode, it's got more items. But I feel like one of the main reasons is because of the free online of the original, where you could just hop straight into a 100 Mario challenge or something. And I feel like the 100 Mario challenge was probably more fun than the paid online, which is ironic when you think about it, considering the original was free. Sorry, I'm still salty about the fact that you have to pay for Switch Online. A thing that we've been given for free since the Wii in 2006. Yeah, Super Mario Maker was so exciting to get. I still remember booting up for the first time and just being in awe of all of the little kind of cool things you can do, like mess around with the menu and record your own messages, and I've already basically talked about this at the start of the video. That is truly how you make a Mario game. Now, those are the main big popular first-party Nintendo games that I own, for the Wii U at least. Yeah, my Wii U library is pretty small, and it's a lot of key stuff missing, which I will now give honourable mentions to. Paper Mario Color Splash was apparently not one of the better games in the franchise, but still a massive step up from Sticker Star apparently. I have not yet played it. And a game that I'm very ashamed of not playing is Splatoon. Now, I definitely plan to own this game and play it in the very distant future. In fact, I think it's probably the next game I'm gonna get. And it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't believe I haven't played it yet. There's basically been no reason not to play it. It's easy to pick up, it's not like it's rare. I'll definitely pick up that soon and probably have a blast with it. So in conclusion, my feelings about this thing are rather mixed. I think it's actually pretty underrated compared to what people are saying it's like. People are saying it's like one of the worst Nintendo consoles ever. I don't fully disagree with them, but hey, it deserves more respect, okay? This thing really tried. Just like what my teacher said in my parents' evening, it's got a great personality.